Hi everyone, this is Miss Karen from the North Riverside Public Library in the Youth Services Department, and I am in my craft mode again. I wanted to share with you a craft that I did way back when my daughter was a little girl, and I was selling them for like $1 or something on that order before I was working at the North Riverside Library. So these are really fun things that are for girls. They're meant for girls, but the craft can be made by anybody. So little boys or young boys can make them for grandma or mom or sister or aunt or godmother. Thinking of Mother's Day coming up. I know I'm a little ahead of the schedule, but I found a bunch of uh, ribbons, all different colors and sizes and all that other good stuff. While I've been busy at home working on my off time, I've been looking through all my old stash of collectibles and things that I had in my attic, and I found a boatload of ribbon that I did way back when my daughter was a little girl, and it was a while ago. She's in college now. Anyways, I made these things called DooDads. They look like this. Okay, they are simply very easy to make, and it's meant for any person, man, woman, girl, boy, grandma, grandpa, anybody who wants to make them. It's a unisex craft, but it could be a gift for somebody that you love, or you cherish, or your neighbor, whoever it may be. So what you want to do, and I had a bunch of these around the house. So if you have these around the house, I hope you do. If you don't, but this is something simple you could look back on and find. Or even if your daughter or somebody you know has a bunch of these little ponytail ties, the little elastic things. I had a boatload of them, and they were in my bin ready for crafting, and I just never got to it because my kids kept me obviously busier than crafting. So what you're gonna do is I picked this color out first. I took one of these little doohickeys, okay, and what I did is I picked 2 or 3 different colors of ribbon. So what I did is I took these 3. You can do 2 or 3. You can do any size, any color, mix and match. You can do one color. It's totally up to you, but these are the colors I did. And they are pink, purple, and, oh, maybe not. I take that back. Pink, purple, and blue. I figured maybe Easter colors. Okay? So I took those and I put those aside and I did one by one. What I did is I took my ruler, a trusty old ruler, and I measured 6 inches of each one. So what I did, I pre-cut these. Okay, I'm going to tilt this a little bit so you see what I'm doing. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, 6 inches. And I used the trusty old ruler, and I measured about 6.5 or so, okay, of each color. And I did about 4 or 5. What you're going to do is use approximately 10, 11, maybe 12, depending on the width of the ribbon. So the thicker, the wider the width, the less you'll need. If you have a mix, you'll have more room for the smaller ones, and you can do all the thin ones, and you could probably put more on there. But what I did is I did a mix of sizes and different colors. Of course, this is a sheer color. You can see it's a pink. And this is a solid blue ribbon. It's like a sky blue color. And then this is a sheer purple. Love this color. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. All right. So what I did is I had pre-cut about 3 to 4, give or take, of these 6 inches long. Okay. And I cut them with an angle. You can cut them any way you'd like, but I cut them with an angle. You can see my angle right there. Okay. You can cut it fold it in half like this. You can cut it like this here. Fold them in half this way, and you cut it this way. And it comes out looking like this. All right? And you can see that? There you go. Either way, I cut it on an angle. You can do either way or cut them straight. It's totally up to you. But to make them pretty or foofy, you want to do either way of these. Okay? That's your preference, what you like to do. All right? Put your ruler aside once you have them all cut out. Put them in front of you. I have all my colors in front of me and my tie. Okay? And of course, this is what you're going for. This is exactly what I made way back when. You don't want to fill it too much. You want to have a little bit of space in between because you're going to wrap it around like this, and that's what makes it foofy and fluffy. And you can trim them if you'd like. You want them shorter, you can make them 4 inches or 5 inches long, and they won't be as long. But the longer, the foofier and prettier. They stick out pretty in the back of somebody's hair. It's very, very clever, very cute. So what I did, and I take one, okay, and I took it right here in the middle, and I started right in the middle with the metal tab. And I tied it twice, okay? The first time you tie it normal, just once, okay? There you go. Okay, you tie it like that. Then you go inside out, underneath, basically. You do it on top, and then you do it below. So it kind of is, it's tight. So that way it won't unravel, okay? So I rotated. You don't have to rotate. I did a pattern. I did every other one and did the same thing all the way around. Let's see here. All the way around like this. All right. Move it about, give it some space. About that far from each other because you don't want it too close to each other and you don't want it too tight because the elastic may get too tight and may break underneath. So you want to have it snug. Okay, and then I went underneath and I tied it just the same way, just a regular tie like that. Okay, if you have enough room or enough ribbon, you can do it a second time. Just to make sure, but I think just doing it the one way and then upside down, up and down version. So there you go. This one here, this is so small and it actually will be kind of sturdy. So there you go. This is the space that you need in between. And then I'll do my blue. And this is what I did all the way around until I got to the other side of the metal part. Okay, very simple but fun. I had a blast making these. These were so fun. I had so many of Jenna's, my daughter's friends. The parents loved them, and we gave them away for birthday gifts, and it was a lot of fun. So there you go. Okay, it may not look like it's fluffy, but you want to have a little space in between. You can maybe get it a little closer. You don't want to totally have it up against each other because when you wrap it, you're going to wrap your tie like that. This is what it's going to be like. So it's going to be double whammy, so to speak. Okay? So you do that all the way around, and then this is what you get. This is what I made earlier. And I did yellow because it's my favorite color. And I hope you enjoyed this one. This was pretty easy, and I think you'll all agree. If you have some ribbon around or yarn, maybe even yarn or fabrics, thin strips of fabric 5-6 inches long and strips like this, okay? Fabric, yarn, thick yarn. The more yarn you have, then you can probably get a lot closer. So you don't, because it's a thin piece of yarn, where this is thicker and wider. So just use your best judgment. But this is what I made, and it absolutely looks gorgeous on somebody's beautiful Easter hairdo. Just to make yourself look pretty for the holiday, or even for Mother's Day, or for grandma and grandpa, auntie, or your neighbor next door, or a sister. I think it's a great idea. So I hope you enjoy it. It was very easy. Thanks for watching. See you soon.